Hello, everyone. My name is Jamie Holloway, and I'm a social worker with Help for HD. Nathan and Heather, are you on here? Perfect. Okay. I'm a social worker with Help for HD, and I am so privileged to introduce you to Nathan and Heather Wilmoth, who will be sharing part of their story with us today. Heather and Nathan have been married for 11 years, and I am absolutely in love with their love story. Heather and Nathan, thank you again for being here. I know that love stories are hard to summarize, but can you tell me a little bit about how you met and what your relationship was like before HD?
We actually met through Nathan's sister. She was my best friend worked with his sister Crystal and was in a relationship with her best friend. And at the time we first met, Nathan was going through a divorce and I had been dumped for like the millionth time. And they were talking at work and they're like, I wish I could find somebody decent for Heather. I know what you mean. I wish Nathan could find somebody. And there all of a sudden light bulbs went off on their heads and they're like, Nathan and Heather. Well, we met at our niece Dakota's birthday party, and we didn't really talk. Crystal's boyfriend at the time kept putting the pressure, like, "Hey Nathan, go talk to Heather. Heather, go sit by Nathan." And we're like, "Whoa," because we both just gotten out of relationships. Fast forward 2 years, same best friends had a Christmas party, Christmas Eve, and we were both there, and we just started talking, and ended up getting a picture taken together. And our my friend Lee posted it, and Nathan texts me and goes, "Hey, I really like our picture." And we just started talking. We decided that the day after Christmas we would meet and go to a movie. Of course, Nathan was late as always. But we started out as friends first and quickly ended up dating and deciding. A matter of fact, Nathan kind of scared me because I'd just come out of yet another relationship just before we reconnected. And I was the stick a fork in me, I am done. He was a diesel mechanic. And that first night, he kind of scared me in that uh, he drove a Firebird and he had this rigging system for the Firebird. Something wasn't working in the car. I pick at him and tell him that he's talking in a foreign language when he starts talking mechanics. So anyhow, he had some switch that would kill the battery. Well, he forgot to flip it off. So as we were leaving the movie, we decided we were going to go for coffee and watch the Saints play somewhere. And we ended up, I took him back to his car, and the car wouldn't start, and he had to go to work that night. And he goes, "I'm so sorry. I was just so excited to see you that I just completely forgot to flip this switch. I'll call somebody and get them to come pick me up." I'm like, "Why? I can take you to work. That's not a problem." And when he got out of the car and I went on my way, I thought to myself, wow, I could really see me being friends with this guy, which I'd thought that before, but I'd never had the thought. And this really surprised me of, man, I can't wait to hang out with him again. And we ended up just connecting through his sister. The family joke is I tell Crystal that she tripped me as I was walking past Nathan. She's like, "Nope, you did that all yourself."
I absolutely love this. Um, so, um, just out of curiosity, like, what's something special about your love story that you want to share with us? Like something that's just kind of special about that.
He loves me.
That's perfect.
Open your jaw.
Uh,
He loves me. Um, just I think that for one, we started off as friends and just grew together. And, I guess when you get married when you're older, you appreciate things differently. And just we appreciate each other. And, there's no one on this earth that loves me more than Nathan, aside from maybe my mom. But it's just he's my best friend. I mean, yes, I have best friends, but the person I want to tell everything to is Nathan.
Just that companionship, that friendship. That's beautiful. So tell me a little bit about what your relationship was like around the time that Nathan was diagnosed with HD, and what advice would you have for people that are kind of in that season of their relationships with their loved ones?
Well, Nathan and I had been married about 2.5 years. Our son was a year and a half old. He was a surprise. We were not expecting that, but he was about a year and a half old, and we were trying to get life insurance because my aunt had been telling us before she passed, just a couple of months before Nathan got diagnosed, had been trying to get us, Nathan's got this dangerous job. You really need to get life insurance. He was a diesel mechanic. It was a dangerous job. So anyhow, that was our catalyst. But we were, I mean, just Huntington's was on the radar, but it's one of those things of it's there, but it won't happen to you. And it did. But it didn't change anything. As a matter of fact, and I think I've mentioned this to you in just talking. Um, I knew before going into this that this was a possibility. When Nathan and I were dating, I would hear him and Crystal, his sister, talking about their mom and the experience that their mom had. Huh? Yeah, Nathan's mom, um, died when he was about 11. And so they would talk about things that happened during their childhood. That's where he got his Huntington's from. So anyhow, I'm sorry, Nathan made me lose my train of thought, which is not unusual. So anyway, we our relationship didn't change, and I knew going in. As a matter of fact, my boss kind of picked at me the week before we got married, and he goes, "Are you sure this is the one, or do you just not want to be an old maid?" Because I was 39 when we got married. First marriage for me, second for him. And I told him, I said, I know that Nathan could end up having this disease, but I still want to marry him. I mean, we just from the get-go, especially at the reconnection, we just our personalities were the same. We both have that same sick, twisted humor that we still have. And that's how we've dealt with Huntington's, is with our sick, twisted humor. So that part never changed. Now, I mean, if Henry Cavill or Gerard Butler walk up, I'm liable to say bye. And if Kate Beckinsale were to walk in, Nathan would tell me get lost. But see, but the sick, twisted humor that's helped us get by. Advice I would give: get your affairs in order before you ever get tested. We got lucky in that what happened with us, we got the life insurance, and Nathan was he waited, like, he had to lose 10 pounds. He did it within a week, just like that. Men, I hate it that they can do that. But anyhow, because of his mom's Huntington's, we had to pay the higher rate. And Nathan was, I'm sick of this hanging over my head. If I've got it, we'll deal with it. But if I don't, I'm getting the cheaper rate. Unfortunately for us, he had it, so it's just as well that we got the higher rate. But and for a while there, we kind of had the feeling like Nathan was going to go tomorrow. And then we realized someone from my past and a really good friend of his both passed away within like about a month of each other. And I told Nathan, I said, we're walking around like you're going to be gone tomorrow, but you still have plenty of life and quality of life. And even now, where Nathan's considered in the mid to late mid stage, but he's still got plenty of quality of life. As you can see, he can still stand. He can still kind of walk with help. Matter of fact, we started occupational therapy again yesterday, and they were really pleased at how well he has continued to keep what he's got. I have new medicine. He's talking about his medicine that helps him keep what he's on Austedo, he's on the citalopram and other things like that. That Nathan's not lost his personality, and thank God, which was what I was about to say. So I'm so thankful for that. And I know we probably just went on further. He still can see his family and all the things. We actually took a trip to Maryland back in November, and we can and he can go to concerts. Can I finish? But anyway, I'm sorry, Jamie. I probably went off on a tangent there.
No, you didn't at all. I love it. So I do have like a question. What is something about your spouse that has never changed from the time you've met them to today?
I love her. He loves me. And I love him. Just, even I mean, we're the same Heather and Nathan that got married and that started dating and those things. And again, I'm thankful for that. Because I mean, with Huntington's, it hits everyone so differently, and I know we're lucky and blessed. I'm blessed. I figured he was going to keep talking, so I was going to just shut up and let him say he's blessed because he can still walk sometimes. Now, the differences now are I mean, I've always been his voice when he started losing his voice more, and that's continued. I'm finding I'm more his voice, but he still has a voice, as you can see. It might be tougher to understand him, but he's going to let you know when he wants something. And the grin, the smile, everybody comments about that. You love your smile?
Your smile is contagious, Nathan. It really is. So I do have a question too. What does intimacy with your spouse look like right now?
I got uh, I have no clue what you said. Open your mouth. You know, when a lot of people, and this was kind of discussed earlier, when a lot of people hear the word intimacy, the first thing they think of is sex. Well, intimacy to us is so much more like, I don't know if you can even see our chairs, like Nathan's in a lift chair, I'm in a recliner, and they're pushed so close together that I mean we still hold hands. Even at night, um, he has a hospital bed, and I've got his hospital bed shoved right next to, I mean, literally up against my bed. And at night we go to bed and he's in his hospital bed and I'm in my bed and I roll over to where I'm right next to him and we go to sleep holding hands. And if I get comfortable and I haven't reached over to get his hand yet, he's like, "Hold my hand." And I'm like, "Well, you got to let me get situated first. It takes a minute." And we watch. Huh?
I can still go and eat.
He can still go and eat. So we'll go out to we'll try to, you know, we try to be as normal as we can. We do have we've got limitations and we know that and we recognize that. But we still put forth the effort, both of us.
I go and love my wife.
I love my wife. And see, that's something too, you know, every day. I love you. Thank you for taking care of me. I don't do these things typically with Nathan because I know this is going to happen. But, you know, and before I leave for work, I kiss him goodbye before we go to bed. After I've gotten him in his hospital bed, I kiss him goodnight.
Yeah, every day.
Yep, every night.